The tangent function. In example 1, we're going to learn how to sketch the graph of y equals tan theta. So I've already got my scale drawn here because we're going to choose every 90-degree or pi by 2 intervals here. So just like before, we're going to use the unit circle too. So tan theta, if you recall, is y over x. So when we start here, we would have 0 over 1, which equals 0. Pi by 2 would be 1 over 0, which is undefined. Okay, pi would be 0 over negative 1, which is 0. 3 pi by 2 would be negative 1 over 0, which is undefined. And then we're back up here to 0 over 1, which is 0. So when I go to plot these points, I definitely am going to need some more information. So I know I have the 0, so we have 0, pi, these are my x-intercepts, 2 pi. So that pattern would continue this way, 0, negative pi, and negative 2 pi. What does undefined look like on a graph? Well, there we would have an asymptote because the graph couldn't touch or cross it, undefined. So we're going to draw in pi by 2 value, or sorry, asymptotes on the odd multiples of pi by 2. So at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, continue in the opposite negative direction of negative pi by 2 and negative 3 pi by 2. Okay, so I feel like we need some more points here. So I'm going to go pi by 4 would be a great point. It's in between here. So we want to know what is the tan of pi by 4. Well, you're going to get that from our special triangles with our pi by 4 triangle when we have root 2 over 2. So tan of pi by 4 is root 2 over root 2, which is 1. So tan of pi by 4 is 1. Let's say I wanted to know then the tan of 3 pi by 4. So the tan of 3 pi by 4, you'd have a reference angle still of pi by 4, so you would still have root 2 over 2, but tan of 3 pi by 4 is in quadrant 2, so it's negative. So we would have negative 1. If we continued 5 pi by 4 here, that would be in quadrant 3, so it would be back up to being positive 1. So you get the pattern. So this has to approach the asymptote, so this is the general shape that would occur. This here, negative pi by 4 would be quadrant 4, so it would be negative. But again, once you get the idea of the patterns, you would see that. So once you actually know tan of pi by 4 and 0, you're probably going to be able to figure out those patterns and that general shape that's happening here. And we'll continue here. Just need to move my paper there. We need that at 1. This would continue this way. I'm going to put a little arrowhead here. Same thing here. If I continued it here, we'd have a value here. And there, we would have our arrowhead. So arrowheads would continue in both directions.